I love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy.
You ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasps Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss live at Orem High School for Game 1 of the two-game series between the Orem Tigers and your Wasatch Wasps. Both teams come into the series 12-7 on the season. Wasatch 5-3 in region play. The Orem Tigers 4-4 in region play. Both wearing the gold uniforms today down at Orem High School, and another beautiful day for baseball here at Orem.
Yeah, Ty, I'm excited to come down here and watch this Orem team. A couple reasons why. Carl Hermanson, former Wasatch baseball coach, had a chance to play for him as well. You did, Tyler, up at Wasatch back when he was coaching. Really fun to always come see Carl, talk to him. He puts together a great team out here, it seems like, every year. Always has talented athletes. And there's one in particular that I'm really excited to watch, Tyler Bostock in left field. If you remember, he was just so impressive last year watching him come play down here at Orem. So looking forward to some more talented baseball after watching Maple Mountain this year. Earlier on in this week, Ty. But we got a double dip today, too. It's the other thing. We're going to go baseball today, then we'll reset for about 2 hours, and then we get to go call lacrosse down at Spanish Fork later this evening. So it's going to be a fun, busy day for us. Full of sports here at Wasatch High School.
Opening pitch brought to you by the Dairy King. Throughout the years, the menu at the Dairy King has expanded beyond just the traditional burgers, fries, and shakes to include non-traditional seasonal items and the best gluten-free menu in the state. Leadoff batter is going to be the freshman Austin Brown, who's back in the leadoff spot after hitting the 3 spot. He'll swing at the first pitch, and that one's going to be roped up the middle for a leadoff single. Brown coming in, hitting .394, leads the team in average, runs scored, RBIs, and extra base hits. And it's a leadoff hit for the freshman.
Yeah, and what's so fun about watching Austin play, Tyler, is it feels like you're just watching him grow every single game, doesn't it? That's a decent velocity fastball, a little bit up in the zone. First pitch, Ty, he's on time. It doesn't surprise him, doesn't get by him, and a rope right back by the pitcher's head.
It'll be Junior Brotherson on the mound for the Tigers. He's going to go off speed here to Fowler. That's in there for a strike. 5.91 ERA on the season. 3 walks to 13 strikeouts. It's Fowler, the shortstop, now up. 367 on the season. 17 runs scored, 14 RBIs. 0-1 count. Brown's going to go on the next pitch. It's a pitch up in the zone. The throw down to second is in time. It'll be a ball 1 in the plate, a 1-1. And now 1 away. UCCU, an organization rooted in the credit union philosophy of people helping people. UCCU, love where you bank, sponsors of our leadoff hit for Wasatch.
It's good execution there, Tyler, on the throw and catch. It's also
Tough break, because this one's going to be a single up the middle from Fowler. So back-to-back singles would have runners on first and second instead. One away and a runner on first.
But Ty was going to say that's one of those on the steal. If you could put it under, a Major League Instant Replay, might be safe. Foot might have got in there before, but the ball beat it. The tag was up just a little bit higher around the knee. And, frankly, hard for my old eyes to tell for sure. But, yeah, rather than maybe scoring on a single back up the middle, now you're looking at runner on first with one out. Still a good start, Ty. 2 for 2, 2 singles for Wasatch to start this game off.
Ty, go ahead and take us through the batting order for Wasatch.
I'll tie back to a familiar look that you've seen with Wasatch already through Brown leading off, Tyler, and always great to have a guy hitting around 400 as your leadoff spot. But then there's Braxton Fowler hitting at number 2, hitting near 400 as well. Grant Mahoney in the 3 spot will be followed by Colden Hafen. Hafen, one of only 2 hits yesterday for Wasatch against Maple Mountain. Bridger Shaw hitting in the 5 hole. Blake Sweat will hit 6. Micah Dahl hitting 7. Eddie Bluth in the 8 spot, and Kyron Stocking hitting 9 today for Wasatch.
Batting order brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop. When it comes to your health, you deserve quality and effective care. At Heber Valley, we work with you to understand your health and wellness goals. Pitch a little bit above the belt, swung on, fouled off, 2-1. Now the count to Mahoney. Keys to the game, Ty, brought to you by Smiles by Design.
Well, Ty, you got to have a short memory. I actually really liked how Wasatch played against Maple Mountain yesterday. Thought they did a lot of things well defensively, especially. I thought they were fantastic in that game to minimize the damage. But if you're Wasatch, you got to capitalize on opportunities when you have base runners on. It's going to keep getting harder and harder to score as the season goes on, just because teams are going to start playing a little bit more clean, less free passes, less errors, and so you're going to have to come through with runners in scoring position with hits. And so obviously the key to the game there, Tyler, getting hits when you've got runners in scoring position today. That's the name of the game.
Foul ball down the right side, moves the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball will keep the count at 2-2. Keys to the win brought to you by Smiles by Design, brightening lives, instilling confidence, and inspiring wellness. Enjoy welcoming, personalized dental care that leaves a lasting impression at Smiles by Design. Top of the first, no score. Wasatch with a couple of singles, but got caught stealing. So runner on first. Grant will go the opposite way with this one as well. Right fielder comes up, dives, makes the play. Nice play by the right fielder from Orem, and there's now 2 away.
Well, Ty, I like this start for Wasatch. They're on the barrel. All 3 of those are good. You've given away an out by getting caught stealing. Takes a diving catch out there in the outfield. Wasatch looks like they're well on the pitcher here for Orem and should be able to have a good day at the plate.
That was senior Johnson that made the nice play out in right field for the Tigers. So still a runner on first, 2 down, and it'll bring up Hafen. 355 on the season for the senior. Designated hitter today for Wasatch. Brotherson will come set working out of the stretch. 3rd pickoff move over to Fowler. Fowler able to get back safely. Again, mentioned Orem wearing their yellow tops, blue cap with white pants. Wasatch in their yellow, gray, and their panels. This one's going to be elevated to right field, not deep enough. Oh, but he misplays it. The ball's on the ground. Misplay by the right fielder. Fowler will advance to first to third on the misplay in the outfield, and Wasatch has runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, he kind of gifted back that great play that he just made, Tyler, taking a hit away from Grant that probably would have put you at first and third. And that one, I think he just thought was going deeper than it actually was. Took a couple steps back, circled back around. The wind's also blowing in from there. Tyler knocked it down a little bit, and really a ball that certainly should have been caught. Now Wasatch is gifted a chance with Mr. 2-out RBI coming up in Bridger Shaw.
He's going to swing at the first pitch. It's elevated to left field. It gets over the left fielder's head. Pick him up, put him down. Extra bases for Wasatch, and the error. Wasatch capitalizes with a 2-out, 1 RBI double from Bridger Shaw. Runners on second and third with 2 down.
Don't give him a chance with 2 outs and RBIs, Tyler. Runners in scoring position. That's the guy you're going to pick to come up to the plate if you're Wasatch. And he loves getting after that first good one. He got the fastball he wanted, and that's just vintage Bridger, Tyler. If he can get the hips through it a little bit, get the bat head out, try to pull it to the left side of the field, you're going to get a lot of good barrels from him.
Orem coming off a 2-game sweep over the Timpview T-Birds, a 14-0 win on Tuesday and a 13-3 win yesterday. Did lose both their games against Maple, 5-1 and 12-1. Sweat will swing at the first pitch and miss for strike 1. Runners on second and third, 2 away, 3 hits in the inning for Wasatch, again including the RBI double from Bridger Shaw. Now has, 17 RBIs with 2 outs this season. This one a little bit up in the zone is fouled off. 0-2 now the count.
Yeah, it's up in the zone, but that's a good sequence there, Tyler. If you look at that, they went with a breaking pitch down in the zone. So Blake's probably looking fastball there early on, and they got on the swing at it. And then you come with a hard one, so you're changing the speed and just above the strike zone. Just too good to lay off if you're Blake.
The 0-2. Barrett gets a piece of that one, goes back to the backstop. We'll keep the count at 0-2.
And then back to the fastball. That's a good job with Blake fouling that off, Tyler, because they've just got him guessing right now. This is a good job of reverse pitching in this sequence. See if you can get a mistake here at 0-2.
Into the windup, delivers the 0-2. Misses inside for ball one. 1-2 the count. Pretty good pitch. Orem wanted it. Doesn't get the call. Keeps count at 1-2. Big lead from Shaw at second. Hafen a running start at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. First strikeout of the game for Brotherson. And Wasatch is able to score 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. 2 are left on base. 1-0 going into the bottom of the first.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Wasatch scores 1 in the top of the first as we go into the bottom of the first. It's brought to you by Mountain West Trailers. Know you value strength and reliability. Our utility trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo for your business. Dump trailers for tough jobs or open trailers for everything in between. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers stands tall. Ty, take us around the diamond for the Wasatch defensive starters.
On the mound will be Max Livingston. Pardon me, Tyler, coming off his best game of the year at Timpview. Losing my voice here on this one. Micah Dahl behind the dish today for Wasatch. Bridger Shaw at third base, followed by Braxton Fowler at shortstop. Kyron Stocking will be at second base. Grant Mahoney at first base for Wasatch today. Blake Sweat in left, Austin Brown in center, and Eddie Bluth in right field. Tough batter to go off against first here for Livingston, though. Bostock coming up, Tyler, with a .538 batting average and one of the best players in the state.
Defensive stars brought to you by Mountain Refined. Nestled in the heart of the Heber Valley, Mountain Refined has been a trusted community staple for over 30 years. Our passion lies in serving the community by providing top-notch furniture and flooring solutions. 1-0, make it 2-0. Both pitches up above the belt.
A great style of baseball that you're going to see here from Orem, Tyler. Only 28 strikeouts total on the season as a team. The most strikeouts that you have from any player is 5 on the year. So this is a team that's going to be competitive and in play most of the time. So if you're Wasatch, it's a really easy formula. You got to throw strikes and you got to play defense because this team's going to be in play. So if you're on defense, be on your toes, be ready for some action because the ball is going to be coming at you.
That pitch is in there for a strike, so that'll be, it's fouled off. So 2-1 the count. That one misses inside for ball 3. 3-1 the count here to Bostock.
Give you a little comparison. How does that compare to Wasatch? 92 strikeouts on the season for Wasatch as a team compared to only 28 for Orem. And they've got the exact same record, same amount of games.
Another foul ball.
That was a big swing there, Tyler. He got a little bit off balance. Tried to put that one over the fence.
3 balls, 2 strike now to count. Bostock gets right up on the plate on the inside on the right-hand side. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Sit him down. Strike 3 brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. First strikeout of the game for Livingston.
Hey, I love that. Right on cue, Tyler. We talked about how hard it is to strike out the team, and Max just starts by striking out their best hitter, only his 4th K on the entire season, Tyler. Good start for Max.
It'll bring up Zach Ingeman, senior. 294 on the season. He'll foul off the first pitch. The 0-1 swung on. This one's going to be elevated to right field. Eddie Bluth settles underneath it and will make the play. 2 outs.
How great has the development of Max been over the course of this year, Tyler? There's been a lot of great storylines for this team. We go on for days talking about this team. This has just been so much fun to watch. In fact, calling this game, Tyler, we kind of insisted that we did it, right? We had a conflict, and we were supposed to be down doing lacrosse today, but we said we got to come watch this team. They're just so much fun to watch. But one of these storylines is just Max and how he's come along and developed on the mound. He's been able to get more in his zone, throw more strikes, and he's been a very effective weapon on the mound for Wasatch.
Along cue, he's going to throw the first pitch and hit. The number 3 hitter put him on base. First freebie of the game for either team, and it'll bring up Tayden Ka'awa Jr. That was Chase Ford that got beamed. He's a sophomore, giving Orem their first base runner of the day. Working out a stretch for the first time is Livingston, below the knees for ball 1.
It's the biggest second baseman you're ever going to see in high school baseball.
No kidding.
Ka'awa is a monster out here. Intimidating in the box.
Hitting in the 4 spot. That one's going to miss in the left-handed batter's box for ball 2. Yeah, Ty, remember that Springville game? He walked the first 2 batters and then didn't walk a guy after that. And really ever since then, he's been good. Had a great outing against Timpview through the complete game win in that one. Pickoff moves in the dirt. Mahoney gobbles it up. Keep the count at 2-0. Livingston comes back set. Slide step deliveries in there, and that one's going to be roped through the 5-6 hole. First hit of the day for the Tigers, and they now have runners on first and second with 2 away.
Going to need to do a little more digging and find out his story, Tyler. That was his first at bat of the year. It's his first innings, according to the stats that we have access to. Wasn't even registered on their statistical category. So getting his first action and looking like a serviceable 4-hitter there with that swing, doesn't he?
Yeah, no kidding. He's going to bring up a senior Jackson Johnson in the 5 spot. Playing right field, and this one's going to get away from Dahl and put runners on second and third with 2 outs. Johnson playing right field today for the Tigers.
Well, he's got a chance to get back that one that he gave up to Wasatch, doesn't he?
It's going to be off the fist. It's going to be a tough play from Fowler. Fowler fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond in time on the 5-3 put out. Wasatch gets out of the inning. It's still 1-0. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. 1-0 Wasatch going into the second.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the second brought to you by Heber Valley Chamber, who exists to build and be a part of a community where residents, visitors, and businesses thrive. Our mission is to promote tourism, connect businesses, and unite our community. It'll be Dahl Bluth stocking up for Wasatch, 7-8-9, after Wasatch was able to take the 1-0 lead in the first, thanks to a 2-out RBI double from Bridger Shaw. Dahl comes in a .306 batting average, 14 RBIs. 2 doubles and a home run. It's going to be a ground ball to the 5-6 hole. Not going to be able to come up with it. And Dahl will get the single, rounds the base, nearly gets tagged as the throw came late. 4th hit of the day for the Wasps.
Yeah, he thought that ball got through, Tyler, and there's two things to look at there. If you're Mike, you can take a peek on the way down, make sure it got through, right? Don't round that base because the ball came over, and all of a sudden you had a footsie going on there trying to get back to the bag before the first baseman could tag him. But also your coach, right? Your coach, you want to recognize that coming around first base and make sure he knows to run through it if that ball stays in the infield.
It's going to bring up Eddie Bluth, 250 on the season, 19 runs scored. He's actually third on the team in that category. He has a couple of extra base hits, including a double in the series against Maple Mountain, and one of the 2 RBIs that Wasatch had in the series. Miguel Armendariz is in to speed up run for the catcher, Micah Dahl. Bluth swings at the first pitch, fouls it off for strike 1. Brotherson comes set, working out stretch. Not a big lead from Miguel over at first. The 0-1, that one's in there for strike 2. Kyron Stocking on deck for the Wasps. Brotherson comes set. Another half step from Miguel over at first. This one's on the outside. Bluth's going to get a piece of it. Ground ball to third baseman. Throws it to second. Throws it to first. Not in time at first base. Does get the leadoff guy at second on the fielder's choice ground out. Brings up Kyron Stocking, 324, had one of the lone hits yesterday. 23 runs scored on the season for Kyron, second on the team. Pickoff move nearly got Bluth, almost didn't get back to the bag. Top of the order, Austin Brown on deck. Brotherson delivers the first pitch of this at bat. Swings and misses, the ball a little up in the zone for strike 1.
High fastball has been effective for Brotherson, hasn't it, Ty? He's hitting kind of that perfect location with the high fastball that's right outside of the zone, but it looks good out of the hand, and the hitters aren't able to lay off.
Stocking's going to try to lay down the bunt, not able to do it. Bluth able to get back to the bag in time on the pickoff move from the catcher.
Good recognition from Eddie. That's an easy one, Tyler, to get caught off the bag on hopping. Carl wants to have a little conversation on this, so we're going to have a little stoppage here, Ty. Curious what I guess they're going to say. I can see it here. Kyron on the drag bunt certainly came out of the box and was over the plate and saying when the catcher tries to throw it down that Kai should be called out on that one.
Yeah, that's what he was discussing.
And I think you've got to make contact on it, don't you, Ty, for that rule to come into effect?
I believe so. I think it's kind of one of those that I think umpires call that however they want to. And
so you've seen it a lot. And what I mean by contact, I guess, is if you make contact and come out of the box and the ball touches you, then you're out.
It's an 0-2 count here to Stocking.
But as far as the swing momentum carrying you over like that, I don't think there's too much of an argument that Carl's going to win there.
Another pickoff move. Bluth once again able to get back. The 0-2. Swung on, elevated to center field. Center fielder will come up, make the play for the second out of the inning. Bluth will retreat back to first.
It's a good two-strike approach. Short, compact, trying to stay up the middle. Just got a little too under it. Floated it out there to center field.
Brings up Austin Brown again. 394 coming in to this game. Singled up the middle in his first at bat on a good barrel. Runner on first. Pitch is going to be swung on. Ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman fields it cleanly, throws it over to first, and Wasatch is retired. No runs on one hit, no errors. One runner's left on base. 1-0 here on 94.5 The Peak.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bobbing at the second, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Stop on in for sales and services. Visit them at their store in Midway or visit them at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. Wasatch leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Leading it off for Orem, who will bring up to the play 6, 7, 8. And the first batter is going to be Parker Van Buren, senior. Step in on the right-handed batter's box. One hit in that first inning and a hit by pitch produced two base runners that were both stranded on second and third. Swing of the first pitch. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Fowler gets a nice hop. Fields it, throws it to Mahoney over at first base for the first out of the inning.
Good read there from Braxton, Tyler. That one kind of came off a little bit sharper than I thought off the bat, and I think he did too. He circled and got around to charge and then recognized that long hop in between and actually took a mini drop step back there to just make it a nice, easy hop. Good, easy play over there to first base. That's hard to do when you're moving the way he is. Read it and make the play at the same time, but he made it look really easy.
It's going to bring up senior Cy Burge. Livingston will miss high for ball one. One oh the count, the pitch. That one inside, too far inside for ball two. Wasatch playing shallow in the outfield, as is their norm. The 2-0, that one gets the outside corner. 2-1 now the count.
You've talked about size of fields this week, right? Wasatch a little bigger, Maple Mountain shorter. This one right in between.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the perfect size of field. 360
this.
center,
Yeah,
320
I like
down the corners.
Yeah, I like this field a lot as far as the dimensions go.
Good high school size. And
Maybe
what's
a little
amazing, Ty,
I
the
kinda
corners
like
are farther than New York's, the Yankees Stadium. Yeah. Like this is a bigger field than Yankees Stadium.
Down the lines,
yeah.
Meaning. The 3-1's going to be elevated to second base. Kyron Stocking will call everybody off and make the play for out number 2. I like a little bit deeper backstop tie on a baseball field. This one, pass ball, and I'm on third base. A little bit of a judgment call. And if it gets back to the backstop, I think I should be a base.
Well, Ty, they just didn't have a lot of space behind the field.
That's
here.
true.
You got residential area. Can't go too much farther back.
Jack Allen, senior, will come up to the plate. That one's in there for strike one.
This one you mentioned earlier in the year, we were talking about favorite baseball fields in the region. Where do you put Orem here, Ty? This field looks pretty good today.
Yeah, I like it a lot. The grass is green, looks good. Off-speed pitch going to be swung on, fouled lazily over to the dugout for strike 2.
Grass looks good, Ty, and now old-fashioned dirt mound.
Yeah.
Right? You got the old dirt mound, and pretty tall dirt mound out there if you wanted to bring out the old laser level. Wonder if that one's going to fall in the 18-inch parameter that you're supposed to have on the mound.
0-2, bounces in front of the dish for ball 1. Livingston comes set. The 1-2 goes upstairs and inside. Misses for ball 2. 2-2 the count with 2 away, nobody on.
Didn't get a chance to talk too much about this matchup on the pregame show here, Tyler, but this is the number 6 team in the state in Orem, taking on Wasatch, who's number 9.
Nice pitch. Wasatch thought he had it. Misses down for ball 3. Fills up the count at 3-2.
They actually have the exact same record, 12-7 coming into the year here, Ty, but Orem has almost a .3 RPI head over Wasatch because of their opponent's winning percentage. Played a tougher schedule out of region.
That one misses. That'll be ball 4. First base on balls we've had in the game for either team. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Mac Ellison, a junior on the left-handed side. And going to get a speed-up runner for the catcher. 13. And that'll be Easton Padita, senior. Pickoff move is going to get away from Mahoney and will get out of play. So Orem will get the base, and that puts a runner in scoring position, similar to what we saw in the first inning, Ty, where Wasatch gave up a hit by pitch, and then a ball got away from Dahl behind the dish, put runners on second and third with 2 outs. Now here we are, 2 outs. Walk throws it out of play, and now runner in scoring position for the number 9 hitter, Ellison. First pitch of this at bat is going to miss outside for ball 1. Fowler trying to keep Padita close over at second with the lefty up. Couple of looks from Livingston, delivers low for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Livingston got the first guy out with a ground out to the shortstop on the first pitch of the inning, then a pop-up. That was in a 3-1 count. This one's going to be swung on, fouled out of play. 2-1 now the count. Livingston on the season, 13 walks, 12 Ks. The 2-1 check swing. Pretty far check swing, Ty. A little surprised I didn't check that one a little bit more. 3-1 now the count.
Didn't even go down to the help. Not sure he was watching, Ty. Not sure it would have been much help. He kind of looked like he was glancing the other way.
3-1's a little up in the zone. It's going to be elevated to center field. Austin Brown, the freshman, comes over, makes the play, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. No runs on no hit, no errors. 1 runner's left on base. Still 1-0 as we go into the third.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the third, brought to you by Big O Tires. Get ready to rev up your savings with Big O Tires. Whether you're looking for the best tire deals or unbeatable service specials, you'll find everything you need to keep your vehicle in top shape while keeping more money in your wallet. 2-3-4 up for the Wasp. Braxton Fowler, who singled and scored in his first at bat, followed by Graham Mahoney and Colden Hafen. Tune into the draft at all last night, Ty?
You know, I didn't turn it on, but I was checking it. And some surprises. Utah surprises.
Yeah, how about Dart in the last 5-ish? Oof. A little bit of a tough strike call there to Fowler. That's going to be strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. 0-1 the count. Brotherson back working out of the windup, delivers the 0-1. Swung on and fouled for strike 2. Yeah, in the last 5 years, 2 quarterbacks from the state of Utah going in the first round. Is there many states that can say that, right?
Yeah, pretty incredible.
The 0-2, that one misses outside for ball 1.
There can't be a ton of states that can say that, Ty,
right,
because how many quarterbacks have gone in the first round in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
He had 6 last year in the first round, but only 2 this year.
Yesterday. Fowler calls time at the last moment. Counts 1-2 here to Fowler. Again, hitting in the 2 spot, leading off here in the top of the third with Wasatch with a 1-0 lead. Swung on and fouled again.
You getting into the storyline, the side story of Shadur not being drafted here, Tyler, in the first round?
Surprised me a little bit,
to be honest. Fault. Made him look so bad in the bowl game.
You're right.
How much money did he lose because he played in the bowl game, if that's what cost him the first round?
The 1-2 is going to be a chopper to the third baseman. Fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond, but the first baseman can't come up with it. And Wasatch has a base runner on.
Don't you just love the way Braxton's been playing lately here, Tyler, defensively and offensively? He's just applying so much pressure and doing such a nice job on the field. He's really been clean there at shortstop. And that ball, Tyler, that's not a well-hit ball, but he's battling back in that at-bat, got down on a really questionable strike call, fouled off a couple tough pitches, and then just puts the ball in play. And then he's moving it down the line, puts a little pressure on the other team, and now you got the leadoff guy on. Just love how he's playing.
It's going to have Grant Mahoney, pickoff move, not in time.
Sometimes it's easy to forget how young this Wasatch team is, too, Ty. Braxton, a sophomore, Austin Brown, a freshman out there, right? I mean, you've just got youth all over the field.
It's going to be a lazy ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman's going to flip it. Is he on the bag? Yes, he's on the bag. They're going to say his toe scraped the bag, and they get the leadoff guy at second base. Mahoney safe at first on this fielder's choice ground out.
I'll tell you who had the best view on the entire field of that was Braxton. And the way he reacted, I am not sure that foot was on the bag there, Tyler. He doesn't get too emotional out there playing. He's kind of a steady guy. And you saw a little emotion after that one. I think the umpire might have missed it.
He's going to bring up Hafen, who reached on an error by the right fielder in his last at-bat. Mahoney takes the lead over at first. Delivers, misses high for ball one. Swing and a miss. There's actually got a tip of it. 1-1 the count. With one away here to Hafen. Big swing, just missed it. One of the takeaways from the draft, Ty, is I'm not sure if you saw who the Eagles drafted, but a Georgia defender who was like 12th rated player that just happens to fall to 31.
So
just another Georgia defender.
Another
exactly.
Monster on their defensive
right.
line. No hope for the rest of the league.
That one's in there for a strike as well. It's a 1-2 count here to Hafen with one away. Mahoney in first. Brotherson comes set, working out of the stretch. Delivers. Upstairs, Hafen gets a piece, protects the plate, keeps the count at 1-2.
It's another good pitch, and better job from Colton to foul that off, Ty. Brotherson, he's got good enough stuff here, Tyler. I'm impressed. He's got a good little breaking pitch, and he locates fairly well, especially when he's trying to get that high fastball up in the zone. Wasatch has done a good job to jump on him to get 3 hits early in this game.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. That one misses in the dirt. Hafen lays off of it.
Trying to do a little digging here, Tyler, on Ka'awa, that second baseman of Orem out there. And got to give credit, to our listeners. Grant's dad, Mahoney, coming in and telling us he's a transfer from California. Coming to play, or Hawaii, actually, excuse me. I think he came from Hawaii, coming to play football here at Timpview. Get all my thoughts straight here as I'm trying to talk, and doing a quick little digging, Ty, a 4-star prospect on the football side of things. And you're a new Wasatch coach coming up this next year. How does that look with the size out there for Wasatch going against that?
He's a little bigger than
your quarterback
our
you've got.
Quarterback that we have. That one's going to get Hafen in the elbow. First freebie of the day given up by Brotherson, and puts runners on first and second for Bridges Shaw, who doubled over the left fielder's head in his last at-bat that brought in the lone run in the game.
Put a little comparison here, Tyler, because the guy's a monster. He's the same size as Tassili Akana, who just went to BYU to play linebacker, that played at Wasatch, right? 6'4", 210 pounds. He's playing second base out there. And quarterback here at Orem, and he's an athlete, Tyler. He moves well.
That one misses inside, ball 1. Yeah, there are D1-looking players, Ty, and then others that have to earn it. You show up and watch him run, you're like, yeah, I'll give him a D1 scholarship.
You don't even need to watch him throw.
Nope.
Just look at him.
Brotherson takes a third look at Mahoney at second, delivers the 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. Back pick at first base, not in time. Runners will stay at first and second. One ball, 1 strike. Decent lead from Hafen over at first, with first baseman playing off. Mahoney a good lead at second base as well. The 1-1 swung on. It's right back to the pitcher on a slow roller. Pitcher's going to try to get him at third. Air mills the throw, but is able to come down with it on the leap. And Wasatch has 2 down. Great play by the third baseman.
Yeah, where was
Zach Ingeman?
It was a great play by the third baseman, but Ty, where was he beforehand? Why was that so hard? That ball coming right back to the pitcher. He needs to be retreating to his bag before that, and he just didn't get there quick enough. And that, you don't want a pitcher to have to throw the ball at a moving target, and that's what made that so difficult, is third baseman trying to get over there on a ball that should have been a little easier.
Swing and a miss here from Blake Sweat. Struck out in his first at bat. Again, comes in today 310 on the season, 6 extra base hits, 3 doubles, 3 triples, and has 16 RBIs. Has an RBI opportunity here with runners on first and second. Another swing and a miss. A couple of off speed swinging over the top. 0-2 now the count.
Yeah, they've been reversing Blake all game long, right? Remember his first at bat, Ty, they started with off speed pitches and then came with the fastball later. Let's see if they followed that same sequence here.
The 0-2 goes with the fastball on the outside part of the plate. It's a slow roller to the 5-6 hole. Ingeman fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond in time for out number 3. No runs come in on no hits, 1 error, and 2 are left on base. Still 1-0 going into the bottom of the third.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the third, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies, located at 2nd North Main in Camas on your way to Mirror Lake Station Highway. Winners of Best in State Donuts. The other thing about those donuts, Ty, we had the challenge of trying to eat 7 in 7 innings. We got through 3, but it'll last. I haven't been hungry at all today. I haven't eaten those.
full for a week. It's actually a great diet plan, Tyler. You eat a donut or 2, and then you're good for a couple days.
It's going to be the top.
It works in reverse, right? You don't think you go to donuts for a diet, but Ty, it's exactly what the doctor ordered.
It's going to be top of the order up for the Orem Tigers. Bostock will come up. Struck out in his first at bat. Off-speed pitch misses inside for ball 1. Merrick playing left field today for the Orem Tigers. That one's going to be swung on, 0-1, elevated to right field, pushing Bluth back, and it's going to be off the wall. Bluth gets to it finally, and Bostock is going to stop at second base. A lead-off double for the left fielder.
And that kid can just fly around the bases. Colorado Mesa commit. Should have a nice career at the next level. Now Livingston's going to have to work out of another jam. Something he's done effectively twice already this game.
3 left on base so far for the Tigers, but they've come with 2 outs. This is the first time they've reached second base with less than 2 outs on the scoreboard. He's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Zach Ingeman, the third baseman. Flew out to right field in his first at bat. Livingston goes back to working out of the stretch. Wind starts to pick up a little bit, kind of blowing from center field to right field. Starting to cool off a little bit, too. That one misses high for ball 1. Swung on here. It's going to be right down the right field line. Eddie Bluth has a long ways to run, and that wind's going to push it. Not going to be able to come up with it. It was out of play regardless. There's a line that goes from the dugout out to the foul pole there. Or, excuse me, the batting cages.
Surprised that ball carried as far as it did, Ty. For a moment, off the bat, it looked like that may be right along the foul line. But the wind pushed it quite a bit over there, about 30 feet over to the right of the foul line.
1-1 the count.
It's the kind of out you want, though, if you're Max. See if you can get a fly ball, a pop-up that has your fielders moving in on it. Should be able to keep that runner at second base.
The 1-1 goes back to the off speed, lands that one. 1-2 now the count. Nice pitch there from Livingston.
A strikeout would be even better if you can get a strikeout if you're Max.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Livingston comes set, takes a look, takes a second look, and a third, and delivers the 1-2, misses high for ball 2.
What's the maximum number of looks you've ever seen a pitcher give, Tyler? Usually 3 seems to be the limit, right?
Yeah,
no one ever goes back to 4.
Yeah. Goes with just 1 look this time. It's elevated to center field. Brown was going to settle underneath it, makes the play. Bostock just draws the throw. Brown shows off the gun, gets it to third base without the runner advancing. 1 out on the fly out to center.
That's perfect. Good job there from Max, getting a fly ball, just like we said, Ty. And you can see Austin could settle under it, get a couple steps working in, and that Bostock would have had no chance there at third base.
It's going to bring up the sophomore designated hitter hitting in the 3 spot. Chase Ford was hit by pitch on his first at bat. Stocking trying to keep Bostock at second. Can see Bostock getting aggressive here with 1 out, trying to get over to third base or sacrifice fly. That one misses in the dirt, but Bostock will stay at second base.
Yeah, just kind of watch here for Carl, maybe to turn him loose, Ty. But I think Carl likes 3, 4, 5 coming up with a chance to hit him in.
Pretty good pitch on the inside part and misses inside for ball 2. That one's in there, and it's roped to the right field side. Bluth's going to come up with it, gets rid of it quick, and he's going to keep the runner at third base. Good job from Eddie Bluth on the throw home. It is a single, second hit of the inning, and puts runners on the corners with 1 out.
Now Ka'awa coming up here, Tyler. Got a great barrel in his last at bat. And you don't really have a place to put him, Ty. Only 1 out. You don't want to load the bases up with 5, 6, 7 coming up. So you're going to have to go after him.
First and third. Again, singled back with 2 outs in the first. Big right-hander steps in on the right-hand side. Livingston delivers. That one's low and outside for ball 1. Dahl does a good job of smothering it, keeps both runners at first and third. Livingston sets. Runners, or Wasatch playing double play depth up the middle. Another ball in the dirt. Doesn't get him to chase. Good job once again from Dahl. 2-0 now the count. Two balls, no strikes. Livingston sets, delivers. Inside part of the plate. No, misses, and that'll be 3-0.
Well, be careful here if you're Max, Ty. 4-hitter, 3-0. You don't want to just groove a fastball. Still want to work down in the zone. Don't just anticipate a take here.
The 3-0 is going to be swung on and got somebody, I believe, over in the dugout.
It hit the bar,
Did
Tyler.
it hit the bar?
He even hit the deck like he was dodging bullets, but I don't think it got him.
That's why you have a bar in front of your dugout. Ball was smoked.
He went right back up there like he's not scared, Tyler. I'd be sitting on the bench if I were him
I'd be
afterwards.
sliding down a little bit.
That's one of the results of not having a farther backstop, Tyler. When you push the backstop back, your dugout's a little bit safer, too.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch gets him to chase it, 1 out of the zone. Fills up the count at 3-2.
That's good. That's a really good pitch, Tyler. He's looking for a fastball, and he got him chasing. Something that Ka'awa is, Tyler, is he hits it so hard, he's a great double play candidate because a sharply hit ground ball, if you can get it at someone, should have plenty of time to get a double play. See if you can get a ground ball to the shortstop.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Instead, it's a swing and a miss. Nice job there from Livingston. A big-time strikeout with a runner on third, and now there's 2 out.
Oh, that's fantastic, Tyler. Working all the way back from 3-0 down. Get the foul ball, and then you go out of the zone, right? You start getting him a chase a little bit out of the zone. Not giving in, like we said. You don't just give in when you're down 3-0, 3-1, and groove a fastball. See if you can get them to chase a little bit, and Max executed that perfectly.
Second Gravity Coalition strikeout of the day for Livingston. It'll bring up now Jackson Johnson, grounded out to the shortstop in the first to end the first. That one's in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Best chance of Orem to score so far today. Had a leadoff double. Wasatch trying to work out of a jam. Off-speed pitch driven hard into the batting cages down the right field side, foul for strike 2.
That back hip did not get into that swing at all, Tyler. If Max can locate a high inside fastball, that's the put-away pitch here.
The 0-2, runner's going to go. Dahl's going to try to throw him out at home, or at second, not going to do it, and the runner breaks, and Orem steals a run. Wasatch had to throw him out at second base, not able to execute, and Orem sneaks in a run, ties it up at 1-1.
You can't throw that ball, Tyler. If you're off balance behind the dish and you know you've got a runner on third, you just can't throw that ball down to second. It's just too risky because so many things can go wrong. And you saw it there. It pulled Kyron off of the bag, never had a chance to square his feet and throw him out at home.
1-2 pitch is going to be driven through the 3-4 hole. They're going to try to score him from second. No, Carl holds him at third. Third hit of the day and puts runners once again on first and third with 2 out. Second hit of the inning through that 3-4 spot as well. Good piece of hitting. Stocking was trying to keep the runner close at second base. Johnson goes with the pitch for his first hit of the day. It'll bring up now the senior first baseman, Parker Van Buren, grounded out to the shortstop to lead off the second inning. Doubles and 2 singles in the inning have been able to get Orem back tied up with Wasatch 1-1, but still have a runner on third with 2 outs. Livingston still working out of the stretch with runners on the corners. And that one's going to go off Van Buren's back, hit by pitch, and that'll load the bases. It's going to bring a trip to the mound from Coach McCoy, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, winners of Best in State Donuts. Orem trying to take their first lead of the day here in the bottom of the third with the bases loaded, and coming up to the plate will be the shortstop, Cy Burge.
Well, Wasatch is okay here, Tyler. They've kind of been playing with fire every inning. Orem's threatened with runners in scoring position, but Max has done a nice job to work out of these jams. No doubt about it, this is a threat, though. Bases loaded. You got to come through. Bottom of the lineup is where you try to get your damage done, so this is what you expect Max to be able to work his way through and get out of this situation.
Max stays on the mound. Bases loaded. Runners on each of the bags. And again, the senior Cy Burge comes up. Popped out to the second baseman in his first at bat. That one's on the inside. Too far inside. Gets away from Dahl. Not far enough. Runners will stay. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Livingston comes set. Delivers. That one's in there for strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Gets him to chase at 1 out of the zone low, and that'll be fouled off down the third base side. 1-2 now the count.
It's a couple times he's had a really good sequence of getting that low strike and then going lower on the next pitch, Tyler. And Orem consistently is chasing after that next low pitch that he brings back at him.
I think Fowler out at second base recognized that they had the signs picked, so a little conversation between Dahl and Livingston. Make sure on the same page. 1-2 the count.
Always makes you a little nervous as a pitching coach when that happens, Tyler, of like, what did they just decide there, and is it going to be properly communicated to the pitcher what we're relaying in here at this point? It's hard to change on the fly just like that when you're feeling a little bit rushed. Hopefully they've discussed it beforehand and they're just going to something that they already have put into play.
The 1-2 goes with the off-speed. It's a broken bat, and this is just in the right spot at the right time, and it's going to land right behind the mound. It'll be an infield single, and Orem takes the lead.
So that was interesting because Max thought about barehanding it, and it was almost like you could see him thinking, like, no, I need to let my guys behind me make the play, Tyler, but it was so soft that the only chance they did have for that was for him to reach up with the bare hand and grab that out of the air. It was just such a soft floater. Ball hit behind the mound and just stopped and died.
Fourth hit of the inning for the Tigers, and along with a hit by pitch, have given them the 2-1 lead. Bases are still loaded. for Jack Allen, senior right fielder who walked in his first at bat. He'll take ball one.
That's a good last pitch, Ty. Not good contact for Orem. I really do feel like Max continues to pitch well in this game. He just needs to stay confident in what he's doing. He's throwing an effective game. Sometimes the ball just finds gaps out there, doesn't it? And it usually comes back and rewards your team sometime later in the game.
Trying to keep the inning minimized. Still only giving up 2 runs. The 2-1 is going to be swung on. It's a deep ball to right field. Eddie Bluth going back. Can't come up with it. It's a one-hopper to the fence. 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in. It's a base-clearing, 2-out, 3 RBI double from Jack Allen, and Orem breaks open a 5-1 lead.
It's a clutch hit. You mentioned earlier how Wasatch likes to play a little bit more shallow and dare the other team to hit it over you. Well, Orem just came through, Tyler. They hit it over you in a good spot with the bases loaded. It's a big hit.
It'll bring up Mac Ellison. He flew out to end the second to center field.
All these runs coming with 2 outs, Ty. Wasatch had 2 outs, a 1-0 lead, and an 0-2 count. And then Coach Hermanson put the runner on first in motion, and the wheels have kind of gotten a little wobbly for Wasatch all of a sudden.
That one misses low and inside for ball 1. Top of the order on deck for the Tigers. The 1-0. And that one's in at the knees for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. That one, and curveball on the dirt. Runner's going to try to take third. Dahl, the throw down to third, not in time. Speed up runner. Padita able to swipe the bag, and now runner on third. A 2-1 count with 2 away. A little update on Orem's schedule, at least their region schedule, Ty. Split with Springville and Salem Hills to get region started. Then lost both games to Maple Mountain and then swept Timpview. This is a slow roller to Stocking. Stocking fields it cleanly at second base, throws it to Mahoney, and Wasatch finally gets out of the inning. 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 runner's left on base, 5-1 as we go into the 4th.
Heber Valley, whether you're cheering on our high school team or enjoying a day in our beautiful valley, our community is stronger when we love local. Our local businesses are the heartbeat of Heber Valley, from your favorite cafe to the shop on the corner. When you shop local, you're supporting your neighbors and investing in the future of our community. So next time you're out and about, show some love. Shop, dine, and explore right here in Heber Valley. Brought to you by the Heber Valley Chamber of Commerce. Remember, love local. It makes all the difference. Visit gohebervalley.com/shop.
A home equity line of credit from UCCU makes it easy to access the equity in your home. And right now, UCCU is offering home equity lines of credit with no fees or closing costs. With increased home values, there is more equity to use for whatever you need. A wedding, a remodel, or whatever comes up. It's your equity, so it's entirely up to you. Start your application or learn more at uccu.com. Low rates, no fees, faster than ever. UCCU, love where you bank.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Top of the 4th brought to you by Heber Appliance. When you're down to your final out and your fridge goes out, turn your drop-a-ball into a touch-em-all at Heber Appliance Furniture and Mattress. We are your hometown team. 7-8-9 up for the Wasps. As we get started here in the top of the 4th, Wasatch went into the 3rd, leading 1-0, and then gave up a 5 spot. It's now 5-1 going into the top of the 4th. Dahl takes strike 1. He singled through the 5-6 hole in his first at bat, little infield single. It'll be Dahl, Bluth, Stocking. He'll swing at this one. He drives it to the right side. Johnson coming over. And how about that? Johnson makes another diving grab in right field. Missed the easiest one he's had out at him and has made 2 really nice plays besides.
I thought that ball was down 100% off the bat, Tyler. I can't believe how quickly he closed out that gap and made that play. That was a fantastic diving grab.
Bring up Eddie Bluth. grounded into a fielder's choice ground out at third base in his first at bat. Swings at the first one. This one right back up the middle. Nearly hits Brotherson, and it's a single for Eddie Bluth. That's the 5th hit of the day for the Wasps. And Wasatch has a base runner yet again. They've been able to produce base runners in each inning.
Well, Ty, they're down 5-1. Orem pieced together the clutch hits that they needed with 2 outs, but Wasatch has been swinging it well in this game. So this is not one to get down about yet at this point in the game. They've got plenty of time to get back in it, and I like their approach in this inning, Tyler. Back-to-back good barrels to start this one off.
That'll be Stocking. Flew out to center field in his last at bat. Comes in hitting .324. Misses low for ball 1. Second on the team with 23 runs scored on the season. Gets the sign from Coach McCoy. Again, 1 out. Bluth, an okay lead over at first base. Brotherson, a pretty good pickoff move. Delivers. This one's going to be in the dirt. Bluth will stay at first base. 2-0 now the count. Two balls, no strikes. Bluth takes the lead over at first. That one misses as well. 3-0. Only 1 hit by pitch on the game. Haven't had a base on balls yet from Brotherson. He's been good as far as control. The 3-0 in there for strike 1. 3-1 now the count.
Kyron's good at jumping on these fastballs that he can anticipate, Ty. That's a good fastball count.
It is a fastball. It's going to be a ground ball. It's going to sneak through the 5-6 hole. Back-to-back hits from 8 and 9 in the lineup. And we'll now move back up to the top of the order with runners on first and second. 1 out. It's going to bring our first Mirror Lake Station trip to the mound from Carl Hermanson.
Just love how productive 7, 8, 9 have been, Tyler. Again, right on the barrel. Micah has a great line drive to right that takes a diving grab. Bluth has a laser back up the middle. Kyron on the barrel again. And I think Carl can sense it, Ty. Top of the lineup coming up. He feels the danger here. Good time for a mound visit from the coach. See if Austin gets something to get the bat head out, Ty. This is really the ideal situation. You've got your biggest power bat coming up if you're Wasatch. It's a short porch to left. The wind calm right now. And there's nowhere to put him. They're going to have to come with a fastball at some point in this count. And if Austin can get the right one and be on time, you see some fireworks here in this spot.
Third time through the lineup as mentioned by Ty. It's 1 for 2 on the day for Brown. Singled up the middle in his first at bat. Grounded out to the second baseman in his second. Brotherson back to working out of the stretch with runners on first and second. Takes 2 looks. Delivers. Inside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Brotherson comes back set. First baseman playing behind Stocking at first base. Stocking getting a good lead on the secondary. He'll scamper back to the bag. That one misses low for ball 1.
Ty, that's a good lead from Austin because they started with a low fastball, and then that one appeared similar out of the hand. Austin recognized it right away and let that curveball dive down below the strike zone.
Pick off back to second. Not in time. Bluth's able to get back easily. We'll keep the count at 1-1. Two looks from Brotherson. Make it a third look. The 1-1. Up in the zone. Brown missed it. That's a pretty good pitch to handle. Not able to get it, and it's going to move the count to 1-2.
Yeah, it was a good pitch to handle, and he got what he wanted. It was just a hair late, Tyler. Couldn't get the bat head around quite in time. Don't go back up there again if you're Brotherson.
Instead, he's going to bounce this one. It's going to get away from the catcher. Both runners are going to try to advance, and they do. So runners on second and third now for Wasatch with a 2-2 count. That one wasn't too close.
No, I think the pitcher saw what we saw. Right, I mean, Austin was not that far off on that pitch before, and a little nervous about that one he was throwing.
Brotherson's going to go back to the windup. The 2-2. Oh, gets him looking for strike 3. Big-time strikeout right there from Brotherson. That's the second strikeout of the day for Brotherson. And there's now 2 outs for the number 2 hitter, Faller. He's reached both times. He singled up the middle and scored, and then reached on an error by the third baseman in his last at-bat. Swings at the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1, this one off the end of the bat. Ground ball to the first base coach for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Good lead from Stocking at second. The pitch goes upstairs, misses. 4-1.
That's the perfect pitch in that spot, and just good discipline from Braxton to leave it, Ty.
Brotherson still working out of the windup with runners on second and third. Delivers the 1-2. Goes right back to the same spot. Misses again. 2-2 now the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch goes to the off speed. It's right back up the middle. It's going to go off the pitcher's glove. Third baseman doesn't have anything to do with it, and a run comes in. Braxton Fowler once again reaches, and Wasatch produces another run.
Good job from Braxton to come through with that single, Tyler. Continues to come through for Wasatch. Now you're bringing up one of your hottest bats, most clutch hitters here, Tyler, with Mahoney. And again, nowhere really to put him. So this is a great spot for Wasatch. 3-4-5 coming up. See if Mahoney can get something to handle and get the bat head through.
Brotherson steps off the mound after coming set. Again, it's runners on first and third. 2 outs. Wasatch trails 5-2 with 2 away. Mahoney goes after it. There's another single. It's through the 3-4 hole. Wasatch will produce 2 runs in the inning. Runners will just stop at first and second. But back-to-back singles from Wasatch, and they've scored 2.
Good clutch 2-out hitting. Tyler Fowler and Mahoney, back-to-back 2-out knocks with runners in scoring position. That was our key to the game that we talked about, our Smiles by Design key to the game, getting hits with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. And coming through, Ty. The only thing, if you want to get real greedy, is it would have been nice to have a pitch to maybe get Braxton over there to second base and get that single to maybe score 2 runs. But when you see the one you like, got to get after it.
Little meeting at the mound from shortstop, second baseman, and catcher. We're ready to get back after it. Hafen's going to come up. Reached on an error by the right fielder in his first at bat and then was hit by pitch in his second. So he's reached base twice, comes up with runners on first and second, 2 outs.
Action down in the Orem bullpen, Ty, and an anxious coach watching the Orem coaching staff kind of walking back and forth, checking the bullpen. I think if you see Hafen get on, you might see a move here made by Orem.
As I said, 5-3 the score after 2 runs here in the top of the 4th from Wasatch. Trying to get back in this thing after giving up 5. Big swing and a miss from Hafen. Behind it for strike 1. Four hits in the inning for Wasatch. Singles from Bluth, Stocking, Fowler, and Mahoney.
Oof. What's up?
Tough strike call there from the umpire. Moves the count to 0-2.
You know what, Ty, though? I'd tell Colton if he throws that again, just go ahead and hit it out. I mean, that's a curveball up in the zone. Just hit it.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The pitch goes downstairs. Hafen able to get a piece of it. Fouls it off. Keeps the count at 0-2. Brotherson comes back working out of the stretch. Delivers again the 0-2. That one too far outside. 1-2 now the count. Hafen good power to the opposite way. Right fielder Johnson playing deep out in right field. 2 looks from Brotherson. Make it a third. The 1-2. That one bounces off the plate. Ooh, Fowler thinks about it, but he'll stay at second. A little frustrated himself. He didn't take it.
Yeah, that's the one you go on because the catcher's momentum's moving away, Tyler. And so Braxton's going to have the advantage. Catcher's making a longer throw and momentum away. And you're going to increase the chance of a throwaway there, which Orem has done a couple times today. That's one you probably want to take a chance on.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good pitch on the outside. Gets Hafen swinging. Number 3 strikeout on the game for Brotherson, and that retires the side. 2 runs come in on 4 hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. Got ourselves a good one going into the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-3 Orem.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the fourth, brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy, dedicated to providing the highest quality education for students and making sure they are fully prepared for a successful career in the beauty industry. Top of the order up for the Tigers. They lead 5-3 after scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the third. Wasatch answered with 2 runs in the top of the fourth. And that's where we stand right now in the bottom of the fourth, 5-3 the score. Bostock, Ingeman, and Ford. Livingston still on the mound for the Wasps. And he'll miss low for ball 1. That one's in there for a strike on the inside corner. 1-1 now the count. That one just misses for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a good spot, though, for Max. I didn't get the call, and you could put that on the 50-50 call line for sure. But it's a good pitch because that previous inside fastball looked like Bostock was on it. And so Max mixed it up, went to a different location, different eye angle. It's a good spot.
Misses again. 3-1 now the count. Bostock 1 for 2 today, a strikeout and a double to the right field side, and ended up scoring. The 3-1, he's going to swing at this one, gets a hold of it, foul for strike 2.
Taking some big hacks today, but going for that left part of the field when he's taking those big hacks. You remember his last at bat, he just drove the ball the other way. Nice simple swing. There was a double off the fence. That's where he's at his best.
The payoff pitch gets him swinging. That's strikeout number 2 on the day for Bostock. Strikeout number 3 from Max Livingston. Again, brought to you by Gravity Coalition. Leadoff strikeout here in the bottom of the fourth.
It's great recognition from Max, Tyler. There's a hole in that swing that just frankly doesn't need to be there. It's just a little bit selfish on the way he's swinging with that approach, and Max exploited it by going outside with the soft breaking pitch. It's a good job there by Livingston.
It's going to bring up Ingeman. He's 0 for 2 today. Flew out to right field, flew out to center field. In his 2 at-bats, the senior playing third base for the Tigers. Livingston will miss low for ball 1. Now swings at this one. This is going to be driven to the right center field gap. Going over is Bluth, and Bluth will make the play. Good barrel from Ingeman, but hung up in the air just enough for Bluth to come underneath it and make the play 2 away.
Yeah, Eddie making a little bit of an adjustment. He's playing a little deeper as Orem's driven him back with a few balls this game and able to track that one down fairly easily. He's played a great right field this year for Wasatch. Again, just one of these young guys, only a sophomore.
It's going to bring up Chase Ford, who singled through the 3-4 hole in his first at-bat. He'll foul this one off. Sophomore designated hitter. He's reached base both times, was hit in his first at-bat, and again singled.
Yeah, a little surprised he swung at that first pitch curveball. Not bad timing, Ty.
Owen goes back to the off-speed. That one lands for strike 2. 0-2 now the count.
Will he do it 3 times in a row? If so, you go down and away, bury this one in the dirt. Looks like he's going to go high fastball.
The 0-2 does go with the high fastball. Ford's able to get a piece of it. It's elevated down the left field side and will get out of play. We'll keep the count at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Sophomore gets back into the box after the ball gets back in play. Dahl sets up on the outside, hits the spot. Pretty good job there from Ford of laying off that one.
Yeah, Ty, that was a ball, but it was a ball only the last 5 feet of that pitch. Thing broke hard off the plate as it got there.
The 1-2, check swing, gets him swinging, and that will be strikeout number 4 from Gravity Coalition. What an inning there from Livingston. 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors. Wasatch retires the side in order. It's 5-3 going into the 5th.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the 5th brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Your loan officer, Tom Stone, is committed to helping his clients understand their options for real estate financing and assisting them to make solid home loan decisions that meet their needs. Shaw is going to swing at the first pitch. He doubled it down the line, swings at this first one. It's a ground ball at the third baseman. He can't handle it, and Bridger reaches base for the second time today. How'd you rule that one, Tyler?
That's an error. It's an ole is what I'd call that, Tyler. That ball right at him, but it was hard to hit at him, and I'm not sure I blame him. I'd probably do the same thing jumping out of the way, Tyler, but he jumped out, tried to sidearm it, and got by him.
Wasatch again trailing 5-3. But is able to reach base here. That's the third error of the day for this Orem Tiger team. Wasatch has had plenty of base runners, just haven't been able to put runs on the board. Have 3 runs. It's a 5-3 score. That one's in the dirt. Ball 1. Shaw does not advance. He'll stay at first. Blake Sweat up. Struck out in his first at-bat, grounded out to the third baseman in his second at-bat. Another pickoff move. That one's pretty close. Right there. Shaw safe.
Had him leaning just a little bit, Tyler. A little hesitation getting back from Bridger.
Shaw will shorten up a little bit over at first base. The 1-0. Pitch up above the belt. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 now the count.
He's just looked a little indecisive over the last couple games, hasn't he, when he's swinging? Just need to get him up there and just say, hey, take a big hack. Get yourself back into a regular motion that he was in at the beginning of the season.
1-1. That one's fouled off for strike 2. 1-2. Now the count.
Maybe big hack's the wrong word. Maybe committed hack is what you want to say there. Just when you see it out of the hand, just let it fly.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Misses outside for ball 2. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Stick around for our 5th inning stretch brought to you by the Guild Mortgage. After the top half of the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's now 3. The last 3 outs that Brotherson has been able to get have been strikeouts. The second strikeout of the day there for Sweat, and it'll bring up Micah Dahl. Singled through the 5-6 hole in his first at bat, lined out to right field on a great play from Johnson, who dove at the line in order to make the play. This one's a curveball well outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Mike has swung it well today, Ty. See how Brotherson wants to approach him. Because Mike has hit it hard to the right side and to the left side.
Single from 8-9 as well on deck and in the hole. Swing and a miss with another pitch above the belt. It's just fast enough that it's enticing, right? I mean, it just looks like it's a pitch that can handle, but he's had good success getting Wasatch to swing and miss that pitch just above the belt. 1-1. That one's off the plate for ball 2.
Well, you're spot on, Ty, because you take off 2 miles an hour, and you've got 2 or 3 home runs in this game at this point with those pitches that are up in the zone, but he's just got just enough velocity. What would you say is the velocity that's needed for that to be effective? Probably low 80s.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 2-1, tries to go back inside, misses. 3-1, now the count. Hasn't liked that inside pitch.
Kind of hard to figure out the zone today a little bit, Ty.
Pretty good spot, I thought, on that one, too. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pickoff move, Shaw able to get back in time.
Well, little time for hit and run.
That's what I was thinking, too. Right, 3-1, hitters count. The 3-1. Check swing, strike 2, fills up the count at 3-2. Wind's been swirling a little bit. Now a little slight breeze towards us at home plate. The 3-2. Swings and fouls it off, keeps the count at 3-2. Shaw takes a slight lead over at first base. Payoff pitch. Went back upstairs, almost got Dahl. Dahl got just a piece of it. Keeps count at 3-2.
Yeah, and why he got a piece of it is a little different than some of the other hitters, Tyler. You notice he's choked up a little bit. He's got about 1.5 inches down on the nub, and it's just a little bit more compact on the swing. Good 2-strike approach.
Another 3-2. This one's right back up the middle. It's going to get through. It's a single for Dahl. He's 2 for 3 today. Nearly got Brotherson again. Great approach at the dish. Mike Dahl swinging it well. Wasatch has runners on first and second with 1 out.
That is a good approach, Tyler. And again, it's little details like that. He's not afraid to choke up on the bat and take a smaller swing, right? I talked about that with Bostock of Orem. He got to a full count, and he's still taking big swings, Tyler, and he left some holes in the swing. Instead, Micah, it's a team at bat. He's trying to be short, compact, and just have the ball in play. And now he's got Wasatch in a pretty good spot.
He's going to bring up Eddie Bluth. He singled up the middle as well in his last at bat and scored. It's 1 for 2 today. Swings at the first pitch, misses. A little off-speed pitch there from Brotherson for strike 1.
Yeah, Ty, that looked like the changeup that he gave him, didn't it? Got him swinging over that. Didn't have as much break as the curveball we've seen.
The 0-1 goes back inside. Thought about calling it a strike, decided against it.
He's still trying to figure out his zone here, too, isn't he, Ty?
1-1 the count.
The catcher was reaching back quite a ways.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was a strike, Tyler, the way the catcher was receiving it.
The 1-1, Miguel Armendariz in to run for Micah Dahl as a speed-up runner. That one's above the belt for ball 2.
Yeah, maybe keep your eye on that a little bit, Ty. Last time he ran, he and Ka'awa at second had some words.
Yeah.
And Ka'awa had some words when he got to his own dugout afterwards as well.
2 on the count, the pitch. And that one's in there for a strike. So 2-2 now the count. Eddie took a little peek back. Like, wasn't that a ball 2 pitches ago? I think that one looked a little bit better than the one 2 pitches ago. So 2-2 now the count. Shot at second base, shortstop playing right behind him. Now separates the 2-2. It's going to be a ground ball through the 3-4 hole. It's going to get through on the 3-4 hole. Shaw's going to try to score from second. He's in safely at home, and it's a 5-4 game with runners on first and second. Another single from Eddie Bluth, his 4th RBI on the season.
It's just good baseball these guys play, Tyler. Competitive at bats with 2 strikes. It's a ball in play. And remember when we talked just an inning ago about how the ball sometimes finds grass? Remember that one on Max, that little floater that found its way down? But he was playing well. He was pitching well. Ty, I feel like that's one of those. That ball's not struck particularly well. It's not poorly struck either. But it's in the perfect spot through a diving first baseman and a diving second baseman, and just slow enough that it makes it easy for Bridger to score. The game just kind of gives back. It takes away and it gives back. That one was a gift to Wasatch finding its way through.
Brings up Kyron Stocking, singled through the 5-6 hole and scored. He's 1 for 2 today. Down 1-1, that ties up the count at 1-1. Called strike 1, now ball 1. Runners on first and second, Armendariz at second. The 1-1 goes upstairs, misses. And that's going to bring the catcher out to talk to Brotherson and the rest of the infield as well.
Sometimes a tight game means tight fans too, doesn't it, Ty? And you're starting to feel it with the zone, aren't you? I mean, right now, Orem, you're hearing a little bit. You've heard a little bit coming from Wasatch's side. And each call, you're kind of starting to live and die with it. 5-4, getting late in the game. We're in the 5th inning. And just, glancing at the coaches, see how they're reacting, because the fans are getting a little more emotional, right? And both coaches trying to stay calm. Yeah. Carl over there on that last one that I thought was pretty close, Tyler, looked at him, and he took it easy. He said, is that down? Okay, all right, yeah, just trying to stay calm, where I'm sure he's feeling a little bit the same way, trying to figure out what the zone is.
2 balls, 1 strike. Stocking again, singled in his last at-bat. Has an RBI opportunity here. Armendariz takes the lead at second base, swings at this one, fouls it off, ties up the count at 2-2. Top of the order on deck for Wasatch is Austin Brown. Armendariz retakes his lead at second base. Not a big lead. Brotherson doesn't like what he sees, resets. First baseman playing in front of the runner at first. The 2-2, outside corner, gets him, strike 3. That is strikeout number 5 on the day for Brotherson. And again, all the 4 last outs for Brotherson have come by way of strikeout.
And with runners on base, Ty, I mean, it's clutch strikeouts that he's producing. Need a clutch hit for Wasatch.
It's going to bring up Brown. He's 1 for 3 today, singled in his first at bat, ground out strikeout. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Deep in the outfield here for Orem. Another swung, and this one is barreled but foul, and that'll move the count to 0-2. Back-to-back off-speed pitches to Brown to lead off this at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Brotherson comes set, takes a look at Armendariz. Now a second look. Now delivers the 0-2. Goes back to the fastball. This one's elevated, got underneath it. It's going back. Johnson settles underneath it and will make the play at the warning track for the last out of the inning. Wasatch scores 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. 2 are left on base. It's 5-4, and we'll keep it here for the 5th inning stretch. Brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Ty, throw it over to you for our game summary.
That's been a fun one, Tyler. Wasatch jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first. They had 3 hits in the first inning, and Orem made an error. Wasatch was caught stealing at one point in that inning, or that could have been a bigger inning, Ty, but they took a 1-0 lead, and then Max Livingston got the start for Wasatch, put goose eggs on the board in the first and the second inning for Orem. Wasatch was held scoreless in the second and the third, but Orem had the ball fall in the right place in the third inning. With 2 outs, Tyler, and runners on first and third, Orem was able to go on a little run and score 5 runs, Tyler. They stole a base and took a run there, then got a single, and then eventually they had a bases-clearing double in the inning, and they jumped out to a 5-1 lead. That's all Orem's produced all game long, Tyler. Held scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. Wasatch answered right away by getting 2 runs in the top of the 4th, responding to that big Orem third inning. And that once again came with some clutch hits. Tyler, some RBIs there. Grant Mahoney getting a 2-out RBI. Braxton Fowler, a 2-out RBI in that inning on a single. And Wasatch has been trying to claw their way back in. That last inning that we had there, Ty, Eddie Bluth getting a single with the runner in scoring position. And that was able to score a run for Wasatch after Bridger Shaw led off the inning, getting on by way of error. Tyler Dahl had a hit in the inning. Bluth had a hit in the inning, but Wasatch still only able to produce 1 run. Orem has done a good job to minimize the innings of Wasatch. Wasatch has had a ton of chances, Tyler. 10 hits on the day for Wasatch, 3 errors for Orem, yet Wasatch has only been able to produce 4 runs. Both these pitchers done a good job of shutting down the innings with runners in scoring position.
Game summary brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm who invest in their clients the best knowledge and expertise needed for all areas of the law. That's the Gordon Law Group. First pitch is going to be swung on by Ka'awa, and it's going to be lined to center field. Austin Brown comes up, makes the play, 1 away. 4-5-6 up for Orem. First batter, Kawa, already out on the opening pitch. Now it's going to bring up the right fielder, Johnson. Grounded out, but did single through the 3-4 hole and scored in his second at bat. And that one's going to miss in front of the plate for ball one. Seen Salmon get loose a little bit for Wasatch time, but Livingston's thrown well. He's given up 6 hits, 5 runs. Has 2 hit by pitches and a base on balls. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1, now the count.
Yeah, and I think, Ty, depending on the score in this game, that can go a couple different ways. Jack can give you relief in the bullpen, but if Wasatch is on the verge.
It's going to be a hard ground ball to the backhand of Fowler. Fowler fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond in time. Nice play from the sophomore shortstop.
Oh, Ty, it's just been so good over there at shortstop this season for Wasatch. That is a next-level play. It's a sharply hit ground ball, backhand side, dirt infield, Ty. You're not playing on turf. It's a unpredictable hops, and he just makes it look so easy. A nice strong throw over. Finish that previous thought, though, Ty. If Wasatch is in position to win, I think they probably are going to look to Braxton on the mound, and you're probably going to see Jack go over to shortstop to finish this game. So you could see Fowler or Salmon come in depending on your score situation.
It's going to bring up Van Buren, grounded out of the shortstop in his first at bat. Was hit by pitch and scored in his second. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. That one's in there as well. Ground ball. What a play from Fowler. He stands up and just can't get it out of his glove. What a play to keep it in the infield. Just couldn't get it out of his glove to throw it over to first base. Nice infield. Single there?
Yeah, that's a single for sure. Hey, maybe Orem wants to try not hitting it at number 13 out there, Ty. He's going to gobble everything up that's coming at him.
Man, just couldn't get it out of the glove. It was a full-on dive to keep it in the infield. Puts a runner on first.
It's the prettiest dive you can have, right? I mean, full extension, fully laid out, up in the air, and came down with it. Ty just got stuck in the glove. He had time. He was going to be able to make that play had he been able to get a good grip on it.
It's going to bring up Cy Burge. Takes ball one. Popped out to the second baseman and then had a single. What do we call that? What club would you use, Ty, to just put it about 100 feet?
Yeah, Ty, that was just a little pitch on the 60-degree wedge. Is probably what he was using there.
Landed it right behind the mound and ended up bringing in a run, an RBI single for Cy in his last at bat.
I think he even had a little backspin on it too, didn't he? I mean, that thing just hit and took a funky spin.
1-1 to count. That one's fouled off. Playing shortstop today for the Tigers. Runner on first, 2 outs. Goes with the off speed at the head of Cy, and he'll duck underneath it for ball 2.
Wasatch, I mean, these pitchers have been so good this week, Tyler. Really, the workhorses, Sweat, Shaw, Livingston has been excellent, but Max is getting a little bit up there on the pitch count.
And that one's going to go off the back of the head of Cy. And that's the third actually hit by pitch of the day for Livingston. Puts runners on first and second once again with 2 outs. Orem threatening.
Yeah, it's pitch 85 for him, Ty. You can go to 110. And Max is capable. He went pretty high up there in that Timpview game.
Dangerous spot here, though, Ty. The catcher, Jack Allen, comes up. He doubled off the wall at his last at-bat that cleared the bases with the bases loaded. Has another RBI opportunity here. Again, all 5 runs coming with 2 outs back in the bottom of the third. Livingston takes a peek, delivers high for ball 1. Wasatch trying to keep this one close. It's a 5-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. Wasatch got the first 2 outs on a line-out, ground-out, then a single and a hit by pitch, and Orem's back threatening to extend the lead. The 1-0 swung on. It's a line drive, base knock to left field. Sweat will field it cleanly, gets it in quickly. Runners will only advance 1 bag. Second hit of the day for Allen, and the bases once again are loaded with 2 outs. 8th hit of the day for the Tigers brings us to the number 9 hitter, Mac Ellison, the junior center fielder, grounded out to the second baseman and a fly out to center field. Max still working out of the stretch. This one's going to be elevated to left field. Blake pushing back, makes the play, and Wasatch gets out of the inning No runs come in on 2 hits, no errors. They leave the bases loaded. It's still 5-4 going into the 6th.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City. Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
6th inning action brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Stop on in for sales and services. Visit them at their store in Midway or visit them at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. First pitching change of the game, it's going to be Cole Ingeman that'll come into the game. Ingeman, a junior, will replace Brotherson, who ends having given up 4 runs on 10 hits. Only walked 1 guy, but did strike out 5.
A lot of curveballs in his warm-up, Tyler, both in the bullpen and on the mound there. But he's got good zip on the fastball, too. But wonder if he's going to go to that breaking pitch a little more frequently than you see most pitchers. It's just sharp. It's a tight curveball.
It's going to be 2-3-4 up for Wasatch. Fowler and Mahoney both singled and brought in runs in their last at-bats. Fowler's going to swing at the first pitch. It's elevated to center field. Center fielder starts back, comes up, makes the play in the right center field gap for the first out of the inning. It's the first time Fowler has not reached base. He singled and scored in his first at bat, reached on an error in his second, and then singled and brought in a run in his third. Graham Mahoney will come up, 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Swings at the first pitch as well. Fouls it off into the catcher's glove for strike 1. On deck is Hafen. That one off speed, curveball, tight bend on that curveball.
I think you're going to see a lot of that, Tyler. He really likes that pitch.
It's a 1-1. Goes inside, barely misses Mahoney for ball 2. Good little arm here. Good pop on the fastball and a tiebreaker.
Yeah, good zip. In fact, I'd tell him if I were his pitching coach, don't fall in love with that breaker.
2-1, another fly ball to center field, and that'll make it 2 outs. Wind really just blowing straight in now. Anything in the air is getting knocked down pretty quickly. 2 outs.
And that's why you don't fall in love with the curveball, Tyler. You throw it just enough to have the other team think about it, but both his outs are not sharply hit balls that are coming off the fastball.
It's going to bring up Hafen. 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error, hit by pitch, and a strikeout in his last at bat. Wasatch trails 5-4 here in the 6th. Goes with the curveball to lead it off. Misses for ball 1. That one fouled off to the right side. 1-1 now the count.
Wonder how many players get hit in these dugouts from
Yeah,
foul
they're right
balls
on
at
top
Orem,
of it.
Tyler. Right on top of the field.
Goes back to the off speed. Misses outside. 2-1 now the count. Two balls, 1 strike. Ingeman delivers. Another miss. 3-1 now the count. That one misses as well. That is the first base on balls today by the Orem pitching staff. Puts a runner on base with 2 outs. And it'll bring up Bridger Shaw. He's 1 for 3 today. He doubled down the line in his first at bat and brought in a run. Fielder's choice ground out, and then reached on an error on a hard hit ball in his last at bat and scored.
I think you might
Good day
see
to play from Shaw.
Pinch runner at some point here, Tyler.
Swung on, fouled off for strike 1.
Probably wait to make that move until Haven's able to find his way to second base. But late in the game, this would be the spot to do that.
Ingeman comes set, working out of the stretch for the first time today. The 0-1. And that one's driven down the right field line. I don't think Johnson's going to be able to get to this one. It's down. Pick him up, put him down. Bridger's going to try to leg this one out for his second double of the day. He's got his second double of the day. Runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Well, now I'm not sure you need a pinch runner at this point, Ty. 90 feet away, going to score on a hit. Probably wait.
It's going to bring up Blake Sweat, 0 for 3 today. Couple of strikeouts, comes up with runners on second and third, 2-away. Wasatch now trying to steal some runs with 2 outs. Back into the windup is Ingeman. First pitch is a curveball. Great job from the catcher, Allen, keeping that one in front of him. Keeps the runner at third.
And that's maybe why you do. I keep going back and forth, but maybe that is why you go to a pinch runner here, Tyler, is Ingeman likes the breaking pitch, and he wants to keep throwing it, and that's a ball that can get by, Ty. It's a tight curve. And if you get a pass ball that you can take a chance on, you could maybe steal home. You've mentioned the short porch behind, so you need some wheels.
It's not an automatic base if he gets back to the backstop.
All speculation. Ty, it doesn't look like they're going to make the move that we're talking about anyway. Just thinking out loud a little bit with you here.
Carl Hermanson out to visit the mound with the entire infield. Another Mirror Lake Station trip to the mound. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Wasatch had first 2 batters fly out to center field. Then Hafen earned a walk and then a double down the right field line from Shaw. And Wasatch is in business with runners on second and third, 2 outs. The 1-0 goes back, bounces it in front of the dish. Another great play from Allen, keeps it in front of him. It's now a 2-0 count.
Coach Hermanson demands a lot from his catchers, Tyler. That's his number 1 position. And you usually see some good catchers here at Orem High School.
The 2-0, it's swung on, fouled for strike 1, 2-1 now the count.
Yeah, he went back to that curveball at 2-0, Tyler. You got a base open. Don't have to give in.
Got Dahl on deck, who's 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles and a line out that almost should have been a hit. The 2-1. Tough strike call there. It's going to move the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a tough call against Blake. He's going to have to defend that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup from Ingeman. The pitch. Swung on, and it's missed. It does drop it. We're going to have to make a throw down to first, and it is in time. Big-time strikeout there from Ingeman, and that ends the inning. It's now 5-4 as we go into the bottom of the 6th.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the 6th brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Located at 2nd North Main on your way up Mirror Lake Station Highway. Up in Camas winners, Best in State Donuts. Top of the order up for the Tigers. Merrick, Bostock, Ingeman, and Ford. Max Livingston still on the mound for the Wasps. Wind blowing straight in now here at Orem High, threatening some moisture as well. It's 5-4. Wasatch trails by 1, left 2 runners stranded. Ty have left 10 runners on base in the game today. They've had 11 hits, have really had a good offensive game, just haven't had that big hit. And as it stands, they trail by 1. This one swung on, elevated to left field. Blake Sweat starts back, now comes up, and will make the play for the first out of the inning.
Well, Max has had Bostock's number for the most part, Ty. A couple strikeouts, fly out. He did have the double to right field, but he's done a good job against a hitter who's hitting about 500 on the season.
Well, and Ty, in an inning like this with the wind blowing in, just put it over the plate and see how far they can hit it. I mean, right? It's going to be tough to get it out of the ballpark with the wind blowing in as hard as it is. You can hear it on the radio. Called strike one here to Ingeman. He's 0 for 3 today. Fly out to right field, center field, and to right field again. Had a good barrel on his last one that got all the way to the warning track. Swings at this one, another fly ball. This one's going to be in shallow center field. Brown will come up, call off the infielders, and will make the play for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, this has not been Ingeman's best game, has it, Ty? I mean, he's had a few issues over at third base. 0 for 4 now on the day. He's a better player than what he's shown today. Keep an eye on him when they come back up to Wasatch on Tuesday, excuse me.
Bring up Chase Ford. He's 1 for 2 today. He's going to swing at the first one, fouls it down the first base side. Singled through the 3-4 hole and scored back in that big 5-run third inning. Was hit by pitch in the first inning. Struck out in his last at bat. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Little sophomore youth coming out in that one, probably, Ty. A little hanging.
Yeah.
had the spin of an off speed that didn't bend.
The hanging slider, toughest pitch to hit, right?
It's chatty, right? Chatty.
So you get anyone on that. The good hitters think it's going to break, and it doesn't. Swing over it.
The 0-2 goes back upstairs and gets the swing and a miss. The 5th strikeout of the day for Max Livingston. And Wasatch has 3 outs to extend this thing. They trail 5-4 going into the top of the 7th.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the 7th brought to you by Chubby's, new to the Heber Valley, family-owned and operated, 9 Utah locations using 100% premium Angus beef for burgers and cheesesteaks, award-winning all-American food, delicious desserts. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave. 7-8-9 up for Wasatch. It'll be Micah Dahl, followed by Eddie Bluth, and then we'll see who's up. It looks like Stocking will be reinserted into the game. He was taken out there in the inning for Jack Salmon, who came in. 2-0 the count. Misses both on the inside. Dahl's had a day at the plate. He's 2 for 3, and the one out that he had was a lined-out diving catch in right field from Johnson. Make it a 3-0 count. Dahl representing the tying run. Now is a 3-0 count here to lead off the top of the 7th.
I guess what you're doing, Ty, with that sub with Salmon, it's a defensive move. And Max is at 95 pitches on the day. There's a good start, leadoff walk. And so you're probably going to run Max out there for the next inning and see if he can get through it with the 15 pitches, because it makes it much more tricky. Braxton coming in to close it, Ty. Now who do you go over to play shortstop? Usually that's been Salmon over the course of the season, but he's burned. He can't play shortstop now. So if you go to Braxton, it's probably going to be Hafen, right? Isn't that where they would go? They put Hafen at shortstop 1 or 2 games earlier this year, but curious to see if Wasatch needs to make a move pitching-wise where they go. Oh, and Ty
they're gonna,
here. Yeah,
they're going to have Salmon stay.
I think because of these scenarios that you're starting to think through, Salmon's actually going to stay in and hit. So reverse everything I just said, and we'll wait to be continued.
See what Wasatch decides to do here. Leadoff guy on 4 straight balls. That one gets the outside corner for strike 1. Eddie Bluth, he's 2 for 3 today. Singles in his last 2 at-bats, including an RBI and a run scored. The 0-1. Bunt comes, it's elevated for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Ingeman at third base charging hard.
Yeah, and the catcher anticipating too. Catcher was about on home plate when that ball came through, Tyler. So if you go with the slash, you could get some catcher interference here on a similar type of play.
1 ball, 1 strike. Armendariz not a big lead over at first base either. Pickoff move, just able to fall back to the bag. First pickoff move we've seen from Ingeman. Ingeman also a curveball pitcher, tougher to hit the off speed on a bunt. Bluth is going to square again, misses outside. 2-1 now the count.
You know, why do you think it is? Some pitchers just have a hard time throwing to guys that they know are bunting, right? They just struggle to throw strikes for some reason. Wonder what the psychology is. Maybe the catcher's up moving a little more, the target's a little different.
It's 2-1. Bluth doesn't square this time. That one's above the belt. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike the count to the sophomore Bluth.
Like a fake and take here, Ty. Show bunt and pull back. Seems to struggle with Eddie turning to square.
3-1. Instead, it's a swing and a miss. That fills up the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The tying run on first base. Fun ball game down here at Orem High School. 2 top 10 teams in the state looking for their 13th wins on the season. The payoff pitch. Misses everything, and that'll be ball 4. And back-to-back walks puts the tying run and leading run on base with nobody out, and it will be Jack Salmon that will come up to the plate, but it's going to be another trip to the mound from Carl Hermanson.
Well, probably why you leave Jack here, Ty, is it probably becomes a pretty easy conversation, doesn't it? Jack, get the bunt down, right? That's what this conversation is going to be here. Coach McCoy's been a little more aggressive this season, Ty, but I think you have to get the bunt down here, right? Nobody out. You try to get that runner over to third with less than 2 outs. Probability of scoring and tying this thing up at minimum is significant.
I'm curious, Ty, would you fake and take and make him throw strikes because he's had a couple of walks, or you just go ahead and give him the bunt right off the bat?
I think you tell him, hey, if you've got one to handle, you get it down, Ty, but you make sure it's a strike, right? Make sure that bat's at the top of the zone. Anything that's up above it, you're pulling back. But no, get the bunt down. Trust your guys. You got Austin sitting on deck. Tyler, give him a chance with 2 runners in scoring position to give Wasatch the lead.
First baseman is playing in on the grass. They're shifted over. It'll be the second baseman that will be covering first base, so a big hole between shortstop and third base. And Salmon does not square, and that pitch just below the knees for strike 1.
Orem went wheel route, Ty. They were expecting the bunt. And so the shortstop on a full sprint over there to third base, but third had not crashed. Now Orem's going to kind of change up their play here after seeing that.
So they do that. You crash both corners right now. Shortstop covering third. 0-1 the count. Sophomore Salmon with his first at-bat of the game today here in the 9 spot. The 0-1. Salmon does square, and this one misses outside for ball 1.
Little cat and mouse. Like it. Good baseball. Wasatch didn't show the bunt on the first. Coach wanted him to take. Got Orem to change their bunt defense. Now you go back to the bunt. See where Orem goes now.
1-1. First baseman creeping up. Salmon squares again. He's lazy. Tries to lay down the bunt, but it's fouled back to the backstop. 1-2 now the count.
That's a good pitch. Ty, I love a pitcher that can throw a good curveball like that in a bunting situation. Because usually when you bunt in BP, and this is a fault on coaches all around baseball, Ty, they throw little darts that are fastballs. They don't throw curveballs. You don't practice bunting curveballs very often, so a lot of guys struggle to do it.
The 1-2, the pitch, outside, rings him up on the outside corner for strike 3. Second strikeout from Ingeman in the game today, and none bigger than that one. Puts one out and brings up the top of the order for Wasatch. It's Austin Brown, who's 1 for 4 today. Flew out at the warning track in his last at-bat. Still 5-4, tying run on second base here in the top of the 7th. Ingeman, the pitch, off speed, swing and a miss, strike 1.
He was looking for that one, Tyler. Austin saw it well, just swung over it. Doesn't look like that curveball is going to fool him.
No balls, 1 strike. Ingeman, the junior, settles and delivers. Goes back to it. It's going to be a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop bobbles it momentarily. Second, throws a backdoor throw to third. Nice play there from the second baseman. Knew he didn't have it at first. 2 outs on the fielder's choice ground out, and now Fowler with runners on the corners will try to extend the ball game.
That's heads up base from Kaawa, Tyler. Armendariz got caught out there just kind of in no man's land, and that would have been a tough way to end the game, Tyler. Just was able to scamper back to third.
First and third, 2 outs. The tying run at third base. Wasatch down to their final out. It's Fowler who's been good at the plate. He's 2 for 4, has reached base 3 times, has a run scored, and an RBI. First pitch, it's going to be a slow roller to the third baseman. Third baseman's going to have to get rid of it quick. Does get rid of it quick, and it's in time. What a play from the third baseman, Ingeman, and that'll do it. Orem gets the 5-4 victory over Wasatch. We'll take a quick break and be back with the Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show right after this.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your local Timberline Ace Hardware is all about being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience from local experts who know you best and are our sponsor for the post-game show. Wasatch falls 5-4. 3 straight losses now for Wasatch in the week, 2 to Maple and now 1 here to Orem. Fall in a heartbreaker, 5-4. Orem will improve to 13-7. Wasatch now 12-8 on the season. Ty, throw it over to you for our game summary.
What a fun baseball game here, Tyler, but this is going to be one that hurts Wasatch because there were so many opportunities, whatever way you look at the stats here, Ty. Wasatch jumped out 1-0 early on in the first, and they had opportunity for more, Tyler. Got caught stealing, had a couple opportunities in error, 3 hits in the inning, and they only got 1 run. That felt like a missed opportunity. It stayed 1-0 until the third, where Orem, this is the difference in the game right here, Tyler. Orem got to 2 outs, first and third, and 2 strikes. And Coach Carl Hermanson sent the runner at first base. It pulled Wasatch out. It was a pitch too far outside. Catcher threw off balance, pulled the shortstop off. Guy scored from third base, made it 1-1 at that point, Ty. Orem got a couple more hits in the inning, but the big one came with 2 outs. You had an RBI double that cleared the bases, a bases-loaded RBI double, Tyler, that made it 5-1 at that point, and that's really it. It was 1 hit. Orem had 1 hit in the game that made the difference. They stole a run by stealing there, and then they got the bases-clearing RBI double, and that was it. That's all the runs Orem got. Max Livingston went 6 innings pitched and was excellent for Wasatch over the course of the game. Wasatch out-hit Orem 11-8 in this game, but the story, Tyler, Wasatch left 12 runners on base. So Orem got the hit when it mattered, when they needed it, and Wasatch just couldn't get the big one to get the go-ahead run in, unfortunately. And they're going to fall 5-4 in a game that certainly was winnable here at Orem High School.
Game summary brought to you by Robards Collision. We build our business on exceptional care, collision repair, and are proud to boast a 98.7 satisfaction rating, which is one of the highest in the business. We're going to give our keys to the loss to the 12 guys left on base for Wasatch. That's brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health. And Ty, your players of the game today for Wasatch.
Well, Ty, you got to start again on the mound with Max Livingston, but he's not going to be my defensive guy today. I thought Braxton Fowler played a phenomenal game at shortstop. So Braxton's going to get the nod as the defensive player of the game, Tyler, and you could selfishly give him the offensive player. He was excellent. A couple RBIs on the day, 2 for 5. But, Ty, I'm going to go Bridger Shaw. Bridger Shaw had a couple doubles, one down the left field line, one down the right field line, and they felt like spark hits, too, at the time. Fowler had the clutch hits. Bridger kind of sparked the team. So I like Shaw as the offensive player of the game, and then Fowler as your defensive player of the day.
Heber's only locally owned and operated plant nursery, Country Gardens and Nursery, has everything you need for your gardens. And don't forget to stop by their indoor plant and decor shop. And lastly, play of the game.
I was going to say, can I quickly shout out Eddie Bluth, too, Tyler? A couple hits on the day for Eddie. I think that deserves
Micah Dahl has a couple
recognition.
of
Micah
hits
Dahl
as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good offense today for Wasatch. Play of the day has to be Braxton Fowler's backhanded play at shortstop, Tyler, and then he had a fantastic diving grab that he couldn't quite complete the play. He had a ball on the move coming up and making a play inside in the grass that ended the threat one inning. But his backhanded stop, Tyler, was the next level play. So Fowler in the 5-6 hole, throwing the dart over there to first base.
Play of the game brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. That'll do it for us. Momentarily, we're going to pack up and head over to Spanish Fork High School for a little lacrosse action starting at 7 o'clock p.m. tonight. Wasatch falls in this one 5-4. We'll be back on the air for baseball next Tuesday, but tune in at 7 for some Wasatch lacrosse action here on 94.5 The Peak.